Hey guys, Die Hard just say this is a spoiler warning. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it now. It's a fantastic movie. Now back on with the video. Just put the beginning because there's spoilers.
Yeah, it's good actually.
It's that time. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh. Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Tonight we watch Die Hard.
And happy holidays.
Yes, we're going to talk about it today with Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, R.I.P.
So the characters in this movie are John McClane,
Hans Gruber.
and Al Powell.
So the villainous Alan Rickman, come on, he's one of the best villains.
Alan Rickman plays one of the best movie villains, I think. He's witty, he's quick, he's smart when he's put in danger.
Exactly,
like when he sees John McClane in person.
Oh, that was one of the best scenes.
And you can tell that he's thinking of literally every scenario in his head on how to get out or how to beat him. He doesn't give up. Like, he doesn't rest. He was a great villain until the end.
He's such a good actor. I wouldn't see anyone else playing him in. That was like his first role too, which is
that was literally
crazy.
his first movie role.
He was older. He was older. He didn't start movies until a lot later in life. Which I'm really glad he did because he's such a memorable actor.
Yeah.
He's every character he plays. He's your favorite. He's everyone's favorite. Like Harry Potter, Snape, and everything.
Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest, of course. Great in that.
Alan Rickman is just he's such good as the villain, especially against Bruce Willis's John McClane, because he's very as he said in the movie, like he's like a rodeo cowboy because he says yippee-ki-yay motherfucker.
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay motherfucker. Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I love Bruce Willis in it too. I do miss him in a lot of movies. I miss seeing him in movies and stuff, but when he was in movies, most of his movies are a lot of fun and stuff like that. This is especially his best.
This one, you could tell that he had fun being the character.
Oh yeah.
Because he was like, you could tell that he had fun with, and he had full range to do whatever he wanted with the character, which is really good. And just every part of the movie, all the characters that died, the characters that like weren't in it as much. Like the guy in the chair, ho, 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 now I have a machine gun,
Yeah. Other thing I liked about this movie is that it was such an easy and simple plot.
Yeah.
Like, other than, the sequels, the plots are not as simple as this. That's the good thing about this one, is that it's a simple plot, you know what's happening, it happens. A lot of action and everything, a lot of blow-ups, it's a lot of
literally
fun.
just the terrorist attack.
Yeah.
It's not like there's really a hidden motive or anything. Like, he says his motive, like Hans Gruber says his motive. There's nothing really like that you have to decide. Like, oh, I wonder, does this have another meaning? Does this have more depth? There literally isn't. It's whatever said's done.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
that's the good thing about this movie.
The great thing is that this movie is just John McClane coming to Nakatomi Plaza because he wants to reconnect with his wife, who they aren't separated yet, but they're basically
for a long time.
They're basically separated, and I think they were almost gonna be divorced, but this really helped them rekindle. And it was sort of, I saw a theory where how John McClane, how like the building sort of represents him.
Yeah.
Because he would do anything to save his wife. Like, he literally was sort of thrown into that. And
exactly,
it shows,
it was crazy,
And that was a perfect example for him to show his wife that he still cares and loves for her. Because he risked his life on so many, occasions. Like the time where he wrapped a hose around him and jumped off the building.
Yeah, those terrorists literally picked the wrong building to rob, because literally right when he got there, that's when they came too.
Yeah.
Actually, and I thought that was an interesting idea. There was a lot of humor in this movie, surprisingly. The whole, the limo guy, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Argyle?
Yeah, he's hilarious in it. He was cool. I like how he showed up at the end and everything.
Yeah. Argyle is amazing. Al Powell's great as the main, because he sort of brings John McClane down. Like, he's like, John, you gotta stay.
Yeah, exactly.
But he doesn't call him Johnny.
There's even you know the douchey guy from Ghostbusters? He's also in there as the news reporter.
Yeah.
He's the one that's trying to make it like John McClane's a bad guy.
Yeah, and then he even he reveals John McClane's address.
Yeah.
And basically reveals him and Holly Jane are married. Yep. And that's how Hans Gruber finds out. Because the whole movie, Holly has been in front of Alan Rickman's character, and they've been talking, and he just didn't even know until the news came out, and it
Yeah.
and it totally, then Hans Gruber now had to protect that, and he took into accountability. Well, now I have something John McClane wants. John McClane has something I want.
There's some really good stunt work as well that Bruce Willis actually did himself, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But there's also some stunts he definitely couldn't do. Like there's the whole vent scene. That scene is just awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that stunt person almost like fell. Like
Mhm.
that's crazy. Like he almost died from that stunt.
What vent scene?
Remember when he like slips down?
Oh yeah.
That's scary.
You were talking about just crawling the vents. I'm like, no, he did that.
No, I mean like the part when he fell.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That movie, like, it has some stunts that are very outrageous, but they feel like at home in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a fun movie you can watch on any season, but especially Christmas.
It's definitely a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Don't listen to Bruce Willis. He says it's not, but the director does say it is.
I'm sorry, but do you not see what me and him are wearing right now? Where it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
This video's coming out on Christmas. It's a Christmas movie.
Bruce Willis is just a grumpy guy in real life, and he just likes to ruin everything, I think.
Yeah.
And really, like, he's good in movies. He hasn't been in a while, but
Yeah.
what was the last thing he was in that was good?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess Glass was alright, but he wasn't really the best part in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
A favorite scene? What is your favorite scene in the movie?
My favorite scene? There's so many. But I think my favorite, like the most memorable to me is, I really like the scene with the guy in the elevator, and he has like I mentioned earlier, the ho-ho knife machine gun, and then the brother. Actually, the brother, he has long hair. There's gonna be a picture of him right here in the middle. He actually isn't. He plays like the one of the terrorists, but in reality he's a violin player.
Yeah.
They just when the directors are casting people, they saw him play and they said, "We have a perfect role for you."
Yeah, literally, he's just a cool looking guy. They're like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. My favorite scene in the movie probably is the part when Hans Gruber and John McClane meet for the first time.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that scene was it's very suspenseful.
Yeah.
Because like the audience knows that's the bad guy.
And John McClane doesn't.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, you want a cigarette? That's a cool
Yeah.
And then Hans Gruber takes a cigarette. So that was awesome.
John McClane gives Hans Gruber the gun because he doesn't know that's actually Hans Gruber. He just has a suspicion that that's not who he says he is.
Yeah.
So then when they start to walk, Hans Gruber pulls the gun on him and it's basically like, oh, like your luck's run out. And
Yeah,
John McClane's being very cocky as usual, John McClane. And he's like, oh, try again, because it was an empty gun.
Yeah.
Because he is the audience. It makes it seem like we don't know
Yeah.
that John McClane knows, but he knew the whole time.
Yeah, which is really good. He's a smart guy, supposed to be, he's just a New York cop,
Yeah.
actually. He's just a normal guy. Like,
It reminds me of Beverly Hills Cop. Him and
Yeah.
Al Powell.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Al Foley. I feel like both of them could work well
I
together.
love Beverly Hills Cop, actually.
One of my other favorite scenes is when they're after their interaction. Alan Rickman keeps saying he realizes because he remembers that John McClane's not wearing any shoes, so he's like, "Shoot for the glass! Don't shoot for him! Shoot for the glass!" So when John McClane had to run, he was stepping on glass, which left him like he can't really walk as fast because his feet are bleeding out.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that'd be painful, actually.
And that was a genius idea on Alan Rickman's part, his Hans Gruber, because as we said before, he was always thinking on different ways to win until the very end.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to rate this movie a solid 8.5. It's a really good movie. It's a solid action movie. I absolutely love it. It's really good.
This is definitely my top favorite movies. This is honestly a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
This
great
is up
action
there
movie.
with Brendan Fraser movies.
I just have to watch it again, definitely some this week or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll probably go up for me probably.
Yeah. It's a fantastic movie. The cast, the characters, the plot, and what makes it even better is just the plot is so simple that it brings the actors, because it was so simple they had to make it seem that this movie is a must watch, and they killed it. Every single character. I don't have any character I thought didn't show up and didn't do their best.
They did everything perfect they could for this action movie. I think it's a great movie to watch during this holiday season. If you've never seen it, watch it right now. Go and watch it.